Good evening. All seasons are beautiful for the person who carries happiness within. Welcome to BMC News Live English. Myself, Shina Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's news in detail. Bahrain has registered a significant drop in the number of daily active cases of the coronavirus in the past 3 months, according to a top medic. Proactive measures taken by the government can be credited with the 97% fall, which is lower than levels recorded since the beginning of the pandemic last year, said National Task Force for Combating the Coronavirus Monitoring Committee head Dr. Manaf Al-Khatami. Trade cooperation between Cyprus and Bahrain was the focus of discussions during an official visit of Cypriot delegation to Bahrain. Cyprus government spokesperson Marios Palakanos and Bahrain Economic Development Board Chief Executive Khalid Humaydan in a press conference today expressed optimism on future bilateral cooperation. Bahrain and Cyprus will collaborate in sustainable management of water resources, agriculture and aquaculture. This follows after officials from both sides signed bilateral agreements in Manama. Opportunities in the energy and oil sectors will be the focus of bilateral cooperation between Cyprus and Bahrain. This was revealed by Cyprus Energy, Commerce and Industry Minister Natasha and Bahrain's Oil Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa Al Khalifa. Regional challenges and security development were discussed between the governments of Bahrain and Cyprus, Foreign Affairs Minister Abdul Latif Al-Zayani said yesterday. The need to address environmental issues, especially climate change, was the focus of discussions yesterday between the Supreme Council for Environment Chief Executive Dr. Mohammed bin Dina and Cyprus Agriculture, Rural Development and Environment Minister. The two sides agreed to work together in addressing climate change and acknowledged it is a global concern. Bahrain has topped the Arab region with lowest risk of money laundering on Basel AML index. It ranked first in the Arab region and second in the Middle East for the second year in a row. A comprehensive legislation aimed at regulating the use of drones for sports and commercial, entertainment and scientific research purposes is on the way. The government is currently drawing up the law and has urged MPs to revise an earlier version approved in January this year. Bahrain yesterday recorded 92 new COVID-19 cases alongside 108 recoveries and no fatalities. Of the new cases, 43 were expatriate workers, 41 contacts of local cases and 8 travel-related. Now we shall go for short commercial break.
All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. To have a wonderful shopping experience, please visit your nearest Megamart Macromart branch. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratisation has announced that the midday break rule period, which started on June 15, prohibiting any outdoor labor work between 12:30 p.m. and 3 p.m. will end tomorrow. The mandatory annual midday work break aims to ensure the well-being and safety of laborers working under direct sunlight and to protect them from heat during the summer months. During this period, UAE's MOHRE has issued several rules and procedures and has organized a number of awareness activities and programs in cooperation with its partners to ensure that workers are protected against heat exhaustion, heart stroke, and coronavirus infection. The ban rule excluded companies responsible for works that must continue for technical reasons. Employers of exempt companies must provide cool drinking water in proportion with the number of workers and in accordance with the requirements of public safety and health, as well as thirst quenching items such as salts, lemon, and etc., as used by the local authorities. Saudi Arabia has made integrated launches in various sectors of the national economy towards sustainable transformation within the efforts to achieve ambitious goals of Vision 2030 for all sectors, including industry, attracting investments and supporting the role of the private sector. The Ministry of Investment of Saudi Arabia has announced that foreign investments in new entities soared 108% and that investment licenses for joint ventures with Saudi partners increased during the first half of 2021, according to Al Bilad newspaper. Saudi News Press reported. Saudi Arabia has updated entry mechanisms and procedures for airline passengers arriving in the kingdom related to efforts in curbing the coronavirus pandemic. The new measures become effective on Thursday, September 16th. The passengers who received at least a dose of approved COVID-19 vaccines in the kingdom would be allowed, provided that a passenger submits a negative PCR test taken 72 hours before the flight. The passenger must also undergo institutional quarantine for 5 days and must take a PCR test within 24 hours upon arrival and also the 5th day. The individuals should take notice of the time their tests were taken through the Tawakkalna application. The period of institutional quarantine ends with the appearance of a negative test result. Unvaccinated dependents below 18 years old traveling with fully vaccinated relatives are subject to a 5-day home quarantine with a PCR test on the 5th day, and those who are 18 years of age or older must undergo institutional quarantine. Individuals who were given the Sinopharm and the Sinovac vaccines, currently not approved in Saudi Arabia, should obtain a booster dose from one of the vaccines available in the kingdom after arrival, GACA added. The total number of people vaccinated for COVID-19 in Oman with at least one dose since the beginning of the national campaign for immunization reached 2,71,021, which is 76.3% of the population. Around 46% have taken both doses. The intensive vaccination campaign in Oman at government designated centers and also across various private clinics has ensured uniform coverage among multiple segments of people. With the vaccination coverage and strict precautionary measures, the cases have come down considerably. Oman has imposed measures such as allowing entry to offices, shopping centers, ministries, restaurants, hotels and airports only to vaccinated people. Oman's Sohar Airport has resumed its operations after an extended pause brought about by the coronavirus pandemic. Marking its return to the international air traffic map after the halt since the start of COVID-19, Sohar Airport resumes international flights by operating the first Air Arabia flights with 3 weekly flights on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, Oman Airports said in a statement. Regional Airports Vice President Mohammed bin Humaid Al Shali said that efforts are still continuing to attract new direct lines to regional destinations and other well-known carriers. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.